Running late as usual. At least I'm out on the water today. Just getting my hook rigged, or my reel hooked up, so get that done real quick, then I'll hit the water. See if you can get a better view of something else. Uh-oh. Hopefully you can see something. Here in the next couple weeks I'll have my actual kayak phone holder. It'll hold everything secure. Gotta grab my other tackle box here. Sorry, I can see chat right now. I'll be right with you. All right. I am back. All right. Let me see. Oh, wow. A lot of people here. Smiley. Steve-O. Hey, Jeff. Thanks for coming in here, everybody. Thanks for the lurkers, too. Just getting ready to get a lure in the water here. My way paddling over here saw a lot of fish, so, but we'll see what happens. Right. Let's see. Yeah, hope that has it. deeper water here. Past the weeds. Alright. Hey, sleeper. Doing a little trolling in the kayak. I'll head down to this end of the lake. Something? Weeds. Just weeds. We'll keep going. Earthquake. Happy to see you all here. Trying to make a fool of myself trolling in the kayak. Joke's on me. Pretty peaceful day out here other than the I-90. I'm going to troll over to this shady spot, then I'll probably hook a worm up. That's what I have the best luck with in here. Or I just hit something. Could be weeds. Some shade over here. Huh. Turtle on the moss here. That was a big one for around here. All right, let me reel in before I get snagged. Oh, come on. There we go. Maybe I'll try to get turned around too. So not just staring at the bank. All right. Sorry for the noise. I don't know if you can see that turtle surfaced right there. All right, I'm gonna try to get parked better here. Oh, wow, there's a big boy. Well, I'll get parked here first. All right. It's hot out here today. Truck said 84, but sure feels hotter than that. See, I'll turn you away from those people there. There we go. Bunch of little sunfish down here. I don't know if you can see them. Pretty sure it's a sunfish family. Well, maybe not. Those could be bass. Yeah, this must be bass. I like to get some little lockers in the side of this thing to stabilize it when I'm doing stuff like this. It's not too loud. One of those big guys comes in here while I'm getting the worm on. All right. Oh, yeah. Look right here. And for reference. Let's see if they'll bite my worm now. Yeah, they're just standing right out here watching me. I swear these fish, when they get this old out here, they've probably learned everything. I scared one of them that was right next to the boat here. They're right here by the boat. Teasing me. Right down here again. There's two sitting right there. Excuse me. Oh, hey. See ya. How's it going? Thanks for coming in. A couple of bass right here just watching me. There they go again. They'll be back. Yep, there they are. Ooh, new sticker designs, huh? Wearing the hat. Let's try this again. That should be a good spot. Right next to a log, though. So we don't get twisted around it. Later, Lance. I was kind of hoping for a little better cloud cover today. Easier to troll up and down the middle. Like something's nibbling on it. I'm gonna wash my hand. All these little fishies that were hanging out in my shadow run away. Same spot. I hope everyone's doing well today. Found a new fishing spot, but I don't know if it has service yet. Just upstream of Rainbow Bend. It's really beautiful, so I'm gonna go up there probably tomorrow and check it out. Maybe try a test stream if it looks like I have any signal. That can really suck sometimes when you oversleep, but sometimes you need it. But I've had whole days wasted from biting. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let it happen a few times. Maybe it ruins plans, but I probably really need it. Yeah. I used to be able to work long hours and stuff, but it's turned into too much of a marshmallow. Hoping doing some kayaking will help me get back in shape. Yeah. I used to be a store manager around here for a while, and then also in Lewiston, Idaho. Um, and so my district meetings usually had to drive a good 500 miles each way to the meeting. Wear you out. Yeah. Well, Jeff, I'd struggle to stay as busy as you are, but hoping that gets better. Oh man, I got a mess. go. Yeah, always having that uncertainty. That can be really mentally taxing too. I'd hope someday to get a background sound up in the mountains in the summertime around 3:30, 3:45 a.m. It gets pretty wild. Yeah, that's a hell of a lot of work you put in on that. Looks awesome though. Here in just a little bit we'll take off and head down to another shady spot. Don't catch anything here shortly. Here come the brothers again. Keeping an eye on me. I'm all hooked up with moss. Hey, turkey. It's like they know what I'm trying to record them. Swim away. Don't care about my bait and hook. It's called Frenchtown Pond. It's kind of outside of Missoula, Montana. It's a little fishing pond with bass, sunfish. It used to be perch. I haven't caught any perch in here though. Some trout too. When I got out last weekend, I saw a great big rainbow trout dead on the beach. Kind of sad to see. Water's probably just getting too hot for it here. All right, Jeff. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm gonna get moving here down the pond a little ways. See if we can find another shady spot. It's situated here. Ugh. All right. Yeah, summer's ending here. I don't know if you can see that log in the water there, but that's what I was casting towards. Yeah, I hope you have a blessed day as well. Yeah, we're supposed to be, well, the nights have been cooling down, but not quite to 40 yet here. Thinking in the next couple days, most likely. We've been kind of lucking out a little bit. We had a really odd, though. All right. Let's move. Nice calm water so far. Shouldn't have said anything. No good storm. We have a bit of smoke in the air, making it kind of hazy. I'll check the chat here shortly. Shady spot. All right. Get up a little higher here. There we go. All right. Yeah, I wish we could do nets around here. They don't let us on this side of the state. And I'm up in the mountains, so not many big bodies of water. Hey, KJE. Thanks for stopping in. Another episode of the fish watching me fish from a kayak. Ooh, feel something. Calling us little nibbles though. Right here. You can see them. Making their rounds. Actually heading right out towards my bait too. This guy's here. Hanging out right next to my kayak. I almost wonder if these fish are catching humans. Yeah. Right down here taunting me. Might have to move spots again. I can't seem to stay grounded here. Shouldn't be as far this time. Get in a little better over here by these reeds. And not much shade there. Scared fishy. Some fish in here. Big guy right underneath me. Boy, all sorts of big fish right in these weeds here. Oh, there's some good shade down here. Even the fish seem to be going for the shade this time of day. For those that weren't in here last time, this is I-90. There's a big guy there. Come up by this log here. Get a better run at it here. There, that's better. Maybe we'll put a bobber on this and see what happens. That was smart. All right. Tell me if that bobs. There we go. Hey, Jesse. Trying to dig my mini thermos out of my backpack that's strapped in the back of my kayak. There we go. Well, we're here filming bass watching us today. Like this guy right here. These two guys. It's like, hey. Sorry. Yeah, the airport's kind of out this direction. All the rivers are shut down after 2. So for working out for my live stream, can't go to the rivers right now. I'm trying to get on around 1:30 on Sundays, but at least when I'm out of town, that doesn't seem to be working. think I always fantasize things going so smoothly. Oh, something's nibbling on it. Have kind of a big hook to try to avoid anything too small getting on there. It's right. Try this again. Some baby pea puffers going through a deworming process right now. Local shop had them, and these were all of his skinnies he had left over for to survive for months, but they're all super emaciated. So he gave them to me, and I'm worming them and add them to my colony, whatever survives. Do need to make an update video on my pea puffer tank though. All the puffers are, well, never mind, I'll save it for the video. Oh, what a jerk. We put it this way, things are going pretty good. Rumble strip. Yeah, keep hoping it'll cool down enough to where they open fishing back up later in the day. Days are getting shorter, running out of time to fish. Here's my view the other way. Yeah, it's great to see that unboxing or unwrapping video you did. Thanks for sharing. The Fish Room Punk cards. I need to find out if they make a heavy duty backrest extender. Big guys like me. It's hard to keep from squishing it when it's in here. Well, we had a few bites, but things don't change here. We'll move on down the line to the next shady spot. Right there's where it's getting bites before. I think I got him. Nope, little sucker threw let go. Oh man, must have been a little guy, but it was a little sunfish. Or maybe it was one of those big guys and they just know how to suck the worm off the hook. Playing with it again. See if he bites this time. It's just a little jerk, bunch of little jerks. Sorry for the pouring stream so far, everybody. Hopefully it gets a little better. Let's see. fresh worm on here. New spots again here. Might do a little trolling on the way. You'll see some of those big guys. A lot of people right here. Alright, let's try this. A little more wind. Need to get me a little rear view mirror for this thing. Right. I'll go to one of these shady spots up over here. bite. Or do I have weeds? Maybe it was weeds. Alright, sorry for the ride there. I think I picked the wrong spot though. I'll give it a few minutes here, see what happens. I think I might actually have a bunch of weeds hooked up. Happy kids. I'm going to move down a little bit. It's so sunny here, I just can't quite read the chat. I don't think I'll have to move far. Hopefully. Gotta be some shade down here somewhere. Pretty shallow through here. Ooh, there's a tree. I should probably make sure I don't get hooked up on that. Yeah, right here's a spot where a person could walk, I think completely walk across the pond. I think it's like 5 feet deep at the most right here. All right. Resituated here. At least there's some clouds kind of shading it momentarily. There's some shade. A little bit of shade here. Give you a little look around. So I'm not moving too fast for the camera. Oh, look at this big boy. He's just meeting me right away. And these are our logs. Hopefully you can see them. So at least 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I have it pointed way down. Yeah, he's just up here in front of the boat, watching. Some big bass. They're just so well fed. Right down here. Whoops. A spinny head here. Oh, come on. Oh, no, they're all gone. Oh, well. I'm trying to let my legs bend a little bit here. Oh, sounds yummy. See there again. Right there teasing me. Cool if I had some type of helmet cam that I could had a controller on it. Oh, big guy right there. Yeah, there's no shortage of fish in here. There's more water. Yeah, you saw it? There's a little guy out here now. Probably fishing from this spot for a little bit, see if we have any better luck. Had a couple, oh, and some bass. Some sunfish being chased by bass. A big guy. Couple of them. Wow. Whole gang of them over here again. I believe those are all smallmouth bass. See them right down there. Teasing me. Go ahead and reel this in. Whoa. looks like the worm was picked off anyhow, so. Bait is back up again. There's that big boys again. What do they want to eat? Hey, Lakeitha. I'm out here filming the fish, trying to teach me how to fish. Oh, and hey, chicken nugs. I don't know if I said hello to you. Yeah. I think they're giving me a D for effort. All right. See what a fresh worm does here. Yeah, they're just right here swimming next to me. I wonder if I try without a bobber at first and just throw it down here. Teasing me. As soon as I do that, they'll run away. Like you just couldn't help yourself. Yeah, looks like they left. Hey, small time tanks. Monster Fish Gal, thanks for coming in. We're catching a lot of bass on camera. Oh, shoot. Sorry, people. I got a fishing reel problem here. I'm trying to fix in real time here. Wrong way. Fixed it. Yeah, real time. Hmm. Had something nibbling on it. Move down a little bit here again. Won't be able to see the chat here for a minute. Might see another turtle down here. Oh. Cast out a little ways. Here's some shade. Here we go. There's some little sunfish there. Sunfish really seem to prefer this end of the lake. It's not too loud for you. Let me drink here real quick. I think we'll put a bobber back on. And these little guys right here. Oops. Little sunfish there. just teasing me. See what happens here. Yeah, the place I'm going to go tomorrow is really beautiful. Just not sure if I'll have signal. I'm going to do a test stream there just to see. It's a little bit upstream of Rainbow Bend, but in my opinion it kind of looks like a bit of a, almost like a fantasy land. Nice and peaceful except for that interstate. Wish I could make a headset. I guess I just need a microphone to work with my setup here. I think once I get my kayak rig, that'll be a lot easier. Someone's just pulling my worm. Oh, there's the big boy. Not a really big one. Oh, swimming right by it. It was only about a... Well, that's the one that has the messed up gill. This is too close to really do any good. Oh, and he got my worm. Oh, no, he didn't. Just being dramatic. Let's try this again. As you can see, got company right here. Oh, hey, 406 miner. I haven't seen or heard of any pike in this pond for a couple years. They had them at one point and got rid of them. But, yeah, I haven't seen any the last couple of years at least. What area of the state are you from? Little guys here. Oh, you ice fishing here? Have you got any pike out of here recently? And welcome in. Thanks for coming in. Ah, yeah, the only pike I've seen lately was down on Kelly's Island. Um, Tried catching it a few streams ago. I think it was actually my last Kelly's Island stream. It was probably about 7 to 9 inches, just a skinny little guy. Hey, you're welcome. Hope you'll stop by from time to time. Nothing high action here. Last year when I was streaming, when I was netting out fish that suck on the rod, I was actually looking for sculpins and gobies, trying to net some of them up, but got a little fleck of gold in my net and I couldn't believe it. I wouldn't say it's a good spot for it, but it makes its way through there. Oh, looks like I'm getting something here. Could just be imagination. Actually, one of the reasons I bought this kayak is I wanted to do some gold panning, but it was on rivers and places I couldn't swim across, so I wanted a kayak to get across. Yeah, I haven't ever ice fished here. Well, that's cool. Oh, there we go. Worm's looking pretty sickly here. Nope, not a veteran. A lot of friends that are, but I never got into the services. I really want to go back down to Kelly's Island and do a little net fishing. Probably do that next weekend. I'll just have to get up earlier. Yeah, I might be interested in that. Really don't have much time right now for doing much, but hope to at least do a little bit. Still lots of gold around to be found. All these guys here. Pretty little fish. And I think in somewhere in my description it should have a link to my Facebook. You can message me on there. Need to refill on some water. Where did my little canteen go? Oh yeah, it's behind me. Do, 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 do. Try to do this all We got the big guys back again. Right in front of me there. They're watching me. Right. I usually go to the Spurgeon Road side there. No, no, that's all. That's cool. It's I don't get many locals. There's 3 Plus Key. She's a local. Has her own channel. She's in here most of the time or some of the time. But yeah, it's always cool to get a local. They can tell on me if I'm lying. All right. Let me give this one more try. And I think all my worm went bye-bye there. Yeah, it's a nice day out here if you can find a little shade. After I reel in this time, I'm just going to hook this little guy up and troll to the opposite end. At the end of my last stream, I caught something right at the end. I have a little underwater pouch for my phone, but I think if I were to zip the phone in it, it would lose signal. So I don't know if I could live stream with it, but someday I'll have to get some underwater views of these sunfish. And I don't know if they're, I know there's some bluegill, but I don't know if they're pumpkin seed or what kind of sunfish they are. Maybe just sunfish. Yeah, I'm kind of down at the end, next to the freeway. There's a tree right down here. Not quite that far. Alright, let's get one more drink here. Yeah, this is where I'm at. And there's the public area down over there, and then the kayak ramp is way down at the other end there. Some water real quick here. Again, I want to thank everybody who's in here. Really appreciate you all. Here we go. I'm actually going to try to stream just upstream from Rainbow Bend tomorrow. They're on the Blackfoot, Highway 200. When I try to stream from the bend, the cliffs kind of cut out the service. All right. Let's great. Myself all tangled up here. There we go. Yeah, I'm really hoping that works out tomorrow. I'm just going to do it as a pop-up stream because if I get out there and I just have 0 bars, I'm not going to try. But I found a really beautiful spot I can get to by kayak that kind of almost reminds you of something like you'd see in a movie or something. So figured I'd go try to explore it and maybe do a little fishing there if I can get there before 2. Well, that should be enough. May not be able to see chat very well here for a while. So hoot owl restriction, that happens when the water's over 73 for like 3 days straight. At that point it's too hot for most of the native fish. The bass and the pike, they do well, but oh, am I getting a bite? No, I think it's just I'm going too fast for my lure. So what they do is they, after 2 p.m. you can't fish any longer. So the fish don't get too stressed out and die when you catch them. I know last weekend when I was here I saw a rather large trout dead floating on the beach. Oops, sorry. This water's feeling well, maybe 74. It's not very warm, not as warm as I expected. I really want to start taking a water test kit with me to the places I go just to keep track of water parameters. Hope I'm just not dragging a bunch of weeds back there. So yeah, Lakeitha, we're gonna have to get you a kayak. And you can live stream from your kayak playing a ukulele. That would be fun. Turn this so we're not looking right at those people. I think we're about to enter the shallow spot. I go really slow through there so my lure doesn't dive to the bottom. Yeah, that's where we're at. I can't wait to get my kayaking phone gear or camera gear. Trying to hold this phone stick between my legs while I'm rowing is not much fun. Kind of quiet as I go by these people. Still in the shallow zone. It's like 4 feet, 3 feet here. Alright, I'm through the shallow stuff now. I can go a little faster. try to look at chat here in just a little bit. Let's try to make some headway here on this pond. Hopefully you're pointed a good way. Couldn't tell if something was biting it or not. This isn't extending up. There we go. Yeah, that would be kind of over by the, what do they call that? Indian Prairie Loop Road or Hidden Prairie Loop Road or something like that. Maybe in that area. Yeah, that's some really beautiful and rugged area in some of that area. Yeah. If I had enough storage on my phone, I'd go just do I know there's no service through there, so, or at least for reliable service for distance. But yeah, I'd like to do a kayaking trip down through there, fishing kayaking trip. Probably couldn't do it live though. Probably just have to record it and maybe premiere it or something. Do you do any content, 406? If you do, I'll have to check out your channel tonight. If not, you should at least do a couple shorts or something. I've actually been thinking about making a second channel about prospecting. Further than Deer Creek Range, but yeah, it's I don't know if you know where Potomac is, but it's a little bit before Potomac. There's a place where you go through there and there's a really sharp bend where they blasted through the rocks of the mountains. If you ever see the sign, it's kind of small, but it says Rainbow Bend. But just upstream from that a little bit. And it's not a good place to watch the river while you're driving the highway through there, but there's been times I've kind of spied a little pretty hidden area back there. It's like, wonder if I could get to that. And then yesterday, I didn't have my kayak, but went up there and checked out those locations and looked like I can certainly get in there. Yeah, I went to Placid Lake the other weekend. Caught some perch, or no, I think I caught maybe it was a couple of big sunfish I caught there. Haven't been to Sealy yet. Wish I had more vacation time. I love Sealy. Alright, thanks for coming in, Smiley. Appreciate you hanging out. Sorry I didn't have anything cool to reel in for you. Now watch, I'll probably catch something now. I'm going to reel in and make sure I'm not just dragging a bunch of grass. Now that I'm more than halfway. Doesn't feel like it. Oh, maybe so. Something's not right. Yeah. Wow, look at that mess. All right, let's get turned around here. Here's the train. All right. I got enough line out now. See what kind of mess we can get ourselves into. Down to this end, I might fish with the worm. I think the wind's blowing the opposite way. At least when I was on the opposite end of the lake, it was blowing inland. Just my luck, it'll do the same over here. Yeah, I may have to hit you up on that sometime. weeds. Doing all this kayaking, I've been getting blisters on my thumbs. I'm not complaining. Well, I guess in a way I am, but I'm guessing I caught moths. Whatever it is isn't fighting back. Yeah, caught a lot of moths. Okay. I'll check that out tonight. Forgot to check if there was shade at the other end there. If there's any shade over here, doesn't look like there's much. Ooh. Yeah, there's hardly any shade here. Let's see. Yeah, saw a lot of sunfish swimming next to me. Yeah, it smells like death over here. gonna meant to stop over there where there's shade. Get out here a little ways and cast. Troll my way on over. A lot of air bubbles coming up here. All right. Excuse me. We'll be checking chat here shortly. Get up into the shade so I can see my screen. Big old chunk of weeds. Yeah, never been very good at, definitely not a pro fisher, but never been that good at doing a jig. I could do it like ice fishing, you know, but yeah, look at all these sunfish right here. Little guys. That one's pretty lit up though. Oh, those are showing up in camera. Yeah, probably a dead deer over there by the road or something. I didn't see any fish carcasses. That was my first thought. Well, there's kind of a big bass there. I'm dreading pulling this in. I got this great big chunk of moss here that my line is over. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you know, I haven't used corn for bait for years. I used to have decent luck with it. I'm sure I'm going to get right into that mess of weeds. Frozen water. I've never been really good at well, I can water ski. Well, used to be able to water ski pretty good, but snow ski, no way. Snowmobiling though, that can be really fun. The thing I don't like about it is that it's loud, but you can get into some pretty wild places with them. Do you haul dry material very far, or do you normally have a sluice kind of near your claim? Oh, I think I got it all twisted around this time. Have to fix that. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my lure right now. Try not to cuss. Every time I think I'm making a little progress on it here, it gets hooked on another hook. Here we go. Woohoo. Persistence pays off. One of the best things for testing for persistence and patience is having two daughters that put their necklaces in their pockets when they're done with them. and then untangling the necklaces. That's an exercise in patience and persistence. Wow, yeah. It gets to be work, but if it's pay dirt, it's pay dirt. I'm going to move over to this other little bit of shade here. I think I'll have a fewer weed monsters to deal with here. Yeah, I'm definitely surrounded by sunfish. Well, maybe there is weeds. Looks like I can get around them though. There we go. Wild ride. Yeah. You know, one of my inspirations was one of my mom's uncles. He lives in Pony, Montana. He even had a claim there, but he passed last year. Not sure which one of his kids got it, but when I was young, he would take me out prospecting, and not even so much just for gold, just for a lot of the minerals that are in that area. It's a pretty mineral rich area, but he was one of my early influences. Oh, and of course I went right through the top of the weeds. That was smart. Well, that's nice. Thing about gold, it's pretty solid tinder.
Are you trying to catch a little fish?
I'm catching whatever will bite, but you guys can fish around here. That's all right.
We can fish over here. Well, right over here. Oh! Minnows. I see some minnows.
And then there I go casting like
You
a
can.
kid there.
There. Oh. Look, no, whoa! Yeah, let's go over here. Like, over here by this log. That's where we're catching. All that. Atticus. That looks like a cool thing. What is that?
Well, you know, Montana's full of character. That's for sure. I don't think most of the United States understands us.
Leave it. You leave it? Go. You leave it? Go. I'm just going this way. Okay. Oh. What is that?
I'm gonna throw a worm out here. I think I'll have better luck with that. I'll get another drink of water. Got a bunch of kids here fishing next to me. Trying not to show them out of respect for their parents.
Have you caught anything yet?
Not yet. I've seen a lot of bass next to the shore, but they keep looking at me and not biting my hook.
Then cast it out far, and then you can get the big fish. Well, what I do is I cast it out far, and if the fish, and if they're looking at it, then I reel kind of fast.
So that's where the big ones are. They're out there far.
What I was doing is I'm like right here,
Yeah.
and they're coming right at it, and then I swim away like they're gonna get me, and I almost had one on last time.
Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of big fish in here. Good luck. Lost my parking spot a little bit here. All right. Holy cow, I've been on 3 hours. So 2, 3, 4, 5. I had no idea I'd been on that long. Not sure how much longer I'll go. Maybe I'll go to the next half-hour mark or so and call it quits. Looks like I only have 2 of you on here anyhow. Let's see. Trying to find a worm I've already cut. He's hiding. We got a bunch of sunfish here. For the kayak, I have a sit-in kayak. Call it a recreational though, so it has a pretty wide opening. I'm kind of a big guy. I still say I'm 300 pounds, but I know I've lost a bit of weight. But I know that I was at least 270 when I started with this thing, and I can get in and out fairly good. It's kind of like getting in and out of a Trans Am or something like that. Oh, the lure thing I was using. I'm not really good with terms. That thing I got at Kmart in Missoula, probably about 1987, 88. I had never had any luck fishing with it until the last time I was here. I was just for comedy's sake. Figured I would give it a try and troll with it. And sure enough, I caught a decent fish with it. And you'll see kind of near the end of the stream, got it right up next to the boat and it let go. It's like, but at least you see it kind of surface out of the water a little bit, so it's not just a fish story. All right, let's try a worm again here. And Lakeitha, if you're still in here, we need to go fishing. Oh shoot, I can't even cast. Oh, I'm having all sorts of technical difficulties. Let's see what kind of mess. There we go. See the water kind of whirling right there by where the bobber landed. I think there's some fish action there. Yeah, I went to Big Sky High School. I think class of '98. You know, I actually had a Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am. Mine had the Oldsmobile 403 in it though, but had the shaker hood and the T-tops and everything. It's my high school graduation present. Totaled it within a month. That was dumb. I avoided my dad for at least a month. I had an uncle. Well, he graduated Big Sky also, but he was 6 years before me. He would have been, yeah, about 92. So, yeah, you probably wouldn't have come across him at all. I don't know if you knew Ken Feaster. Ken Feaster used to be a neighbor of mine, and my cousin married his daughter. He was a counselor there for quite a while. Yeah. You know, I am glad that I finished school, but once I finished school, I had to unlearn all the propaganda they taught me. Ooh, take it, take it. Got a little sunfish. At least I got something. Cute little guy. For me, I'm not trophy fishing or anything. I just really like to get to see the specimens. Ooh. See if I can get that in camera there. That might be a male there. He's got some good blue coloration. Oh, he's on my lap. All right. Back in the water. Well, at least I can say I caught something. My hook set back up here. What's funny is the last couple times I streamed out here, before I started streaming, I was catching lots of bass. But as soon as I started recording, it's like made it much more difficult. Oh, underwater welding. One of my good friends, actually a cousin, went to high school with. He was a couple years behind me, but that's what he does. Um, he actually lives in a little tugboat somewhere in the ocean. I don't know where, but every once in a while he'll let everyone know he's still alive. But yeah, he would do a couple good jobs a year, and it was dangerous work. You know that. But yeah, he'd do a few good jobs a year and spend the rest of the year just catching his fill from the ocean. And got a little bass out here in front of me. Well, when I was saying Ken Feaster, the counselor, he was a counselor for like, I think 30 years at Hellgate up until the 90s. But my uncle would have gone, if you're talking about my uncle, he would have gone to Big Sky 6 years before me. I've got really weak upper body strength. Part of it from being raised on the mountainside. Always had really strong legs, but my upper body was never that good. I'm hoping this kayaking, though, because it really works the upper body, will change that. What I'm really good with is endurance walking, endurance swimming, and that type of stuff. If it's low impact, I can go and go and go. Always tell when it's a Harley. Nice sound. Yeah, huge bar tabs. I definitely have a lot of sunfish here around me. Not seeing as many bass though. This must be the sunfish hangout right now. I kind of prefer catching sunfish anyhow. They're kind of cute. I can pick up a lot of weight. I can, like for body weight, I can do about 150, or not 100, yeah, about 150, pretty easy. Actually, even 200 if I can get my arms around your ribs, get you on my back. Hey, sunfish. I can't remember, sunfish. You're not in the United States, are you? Wanted to say you're on the other side of the globe from us. Could be mistaken, though. Oh, you're in Texas. Okay. Well, you're south from me then. I think who I was thinking. Well, thanks for coming in. As you can see, they're here teasing me. So Texas is kind of like way south Montana. If there were such a thing. Not specifically going after them. I'm just kind of going after whatever will bite my worm. In some ways, though, I do prefer catching the sunfish, just because I think they're cool fish. They're cute. When you catch a male that's all colored up. Big bass is always nice too, but not as entertaining. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm not sure when our seasons. I think they're getting ready to start up. Still kind of dry enough they don't want a whole lot of people in the woods right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm probably going to wrap it up here. Probably looks like I've been on for 3 hours 11 minutes. I'll probably wait till it's at about 3:30 and 3 hours 30 minutes and get heading home and get ready for my adventures tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to going up the Blackfoot. Up, well, for those of you that haven't been in here for a while, up Rainbow Bend. And last time I tried streaming from there, I was up next to the cliffs fishing from shore and wasn't getting signal as soon as I set my phone on the tripod. But I'm hoping from the river there I'll be able to get signal. But we'll see. Found a really pretty area. If it if I can't stream from there, I am going to do a video. So I think it's definitely a place worth sharing. Got a couple little sunfish right down here. Yeah, hogs, that's one thing we don't have up here. Luckily, the winters get cold enough that they don't proliferate. Not that pigs don't survive the winter here. I used to be a pig breeder. I got one biting on it here. Oh, I got him. Wonder if that's the same guy. About the same size. Oh. Oh, don't go getting way down there. Get my sunglasses all slimy. All right, one last look. I'm gonna have to warm up and get myself back into shore here. Yeah. Oh yeah, weren't you streaming from the drag strip the other night, if I remember? Can't remember if it was you, but I remember popping onto a stream for a little bit at a drag strip. I'd like to get back into cars, but that takes money, and money's one thing I don't have right now. I have a 63 Plymouth Fury. It's been parked for years. A couple old Dodge trucks. I have a motor built for one, just need to put it in. But who knows when I'll get around to that. Yeah, I think if I lived down there, I'd probably get tired of hog. There's so many, you could pretty much live on it. Um, so the engine I have built is actually a 318, but one of my 69 Dodge trucks has a 383 in it. Well, when I rebuilt the 318, I rebuilt it to be a little bit more of a higher RPM engine. Should be a bit of a screamer. Stay hydrated. I've seen more turtles today. That's been kind of nice. Oh, come on. I got this little buzzy type of bug buzzing right next to my face too. Making sure I know he's there. Wow. Yeah, my daily driver's just I don't even really consider it a truck, but it's definitely comfortable to drive. But I have a 2010 Ram 1500 with it's the 4.3 in it, the little smaller V8. Does pretty good, but I don't like the idea of not having a spot for a distributor. You're stuck with the computer. There's another train. Yeah. Right now, those older, less computerized trucks are really gaining value. Yeah, I'm a bit of a Mopar guy. Used to have a 69 Barracuda. Had the front fenders cut out and everything for the Hemi with headers. But ran out of space and money, and somebody busted out the rear glass window, so at that point I was sold it to Canadian actually. Yeah, they're reliable. They got so much junk on these modern ones. Yeah. Well, and then affording the maintenance on them. Something's going after it. Oh yeah, another little sunfish. Man, these guys are going at it. Boy, about the same size too. Almost swear it's the same guy again. This one's a little bigger. All right. Don't poke me. See if I can hold this guy up. This guy's got a little more charisma. Little red ear there. Pretty guy. Not as much blue as the other one. Well, at least I didn't get completely skunked today. It's been kind of nice. I'd like to catch one of those big bass just so people believe me, but at least we can see them on camera. Might be able to get one more out of this worm. Yeah. Back when I used to catch fish, they were one of my favorites. Because I ate so much fish when I'm young. Can't hardly stand it anymore. No, it's good for you though, but well, you kind of got me in the palm of the hand a bit. It's kind of itching now, like a cat scratch. Yeah. Well, I've seen some real big ones out here. I have some picture. Oh, got something. Sure, it's another one of those little guys again. Yeah, I have some YouTube posts from about 3 weeks, maybe a month ago, where I was catching bass here. There's a bee on the water here next to me. Oh, one of them got him. Well, and last weekend when I was here right over here, on the shore. There was about a 14-inch trout, like a rainbow. So I know there's good sized trout in here, but I've never caught one. Oh, I get him. He's playing. Probably too small to get the hook in his mouth. It closes at 9. I don't think it was my last stream here, but the one before that. Oh, they got my worm. They actually closed the park, and the ranger lady, the park attendant, she was, I didn't realize it was that late. I was watching the sunshine live streaming, and she was waiting for me so she could lock up. Like, oops. She ended up subscribing to my channel, though. It's kind of cool. Hopefully she enjoys. Yeah, the days are definitely getting shorter. Well, I'm gonna troll with this back over to the other side. We'll get out a little further first. You have to be out by 9. You're supposed to be. That way they're not having to basically work late. I know it's I would love to have the job of just spending the summer at one of these places, getting paid to do it. Well, I think the vehicles have to be out. It sounds like if you're comes train the other way now. All right. I would like to get a sit on top kayak with the flappers for this pond at least. I bought this mostly so I could go in the rivers and have a fighting chance going against the current. So I'm getting pretty good at finding ways to navigate upstream. Yeah. I'm able to really get into the fish with this on the river. Get on top of the fish holes, and the problem is every time I've been able to do that, it's been after fishing hours. Well, looks like that was a short train. Hopefully I'll catch something here at the end. Something bigger. Welcome back, Akita. Should be wrapping it up here shortly. Well, what's going on here? Must be moss. That's my truck right up there. Yeah, Lakita, I'm gonna have to get you to come out fishing. Problem is, right now, if it's after 2, it has to be in a pond or a lake. If it's before 2, we can go to the river. And maybe you would be interested in streaming from out here at some point. Seems to get decent service. Yeah, those tribal permits have gotten so expensive, but one place I used to love to fish was Rainbow Lake. And I thought with this kayak, I could get down in that lily pad area, even though fishing back in there with a, probably not the smartest idea. Oh, got one jump right in front of me there. Gonna be reeling this through a bunch of weeds. Now we got another train heading the other way. Oh, look, there's a guy right there following it. I don't know if you can see him. 2 of them. Oh, 3. I wonder if I can try to, throw this down the way a little bit. I know I'm dreaming. And of course, I got it all hooked up weird. Try it one more time. Then we'll wrap it up here. Again, I really do appreciate everybody who's spent their Sunday afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you here. I'll try to make it back next Sunday. Not sure where I'll be at that time, but if the signal ends up good at that other location, I'll definitely try to do some streaming from there on the river. Yeah, when I was young, those are a lot of the places that my dad would take me, and we'd get a tribal permit every year and go out and do a lot of fishing. I remember one year there at Rainbow, it was when we were having the drought and the lake it was about 4 to 6 feet lower than normal, like really low. But the fish concentration was really high. And I think they had a rule like you had to throw everything back at that time because it was so bad. But caught a lot of pike. Yeah, I'll make sure to shoot you a text. I'll go back in my chat when I get home and look you up. So, yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for watching. I'll give you a quick little pan around here. And this has been Lake Missoula Aquatics and Plants, kayaking from the Frenchtown pond. Hope you all have a blessed day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and catch you the next time.